one of the things that we really looked at in the beginning when we were forming this kind of relationship was whether or not they would meet the criteria for our business processes. People always have resistance to change, so we had to look for something that, one, would be ease of use, right? And two, one that would help us to sort of frame our workflow process, even though we had to change it because now we're going electronic.
Whatever the changes are in the industry, the constant is change. And so it's the ability for the provider organization and thus their partners, the ability to be able to be flexible and embrace that change.
Trauma-informed care is the concept of understanding that individuals all have been through some type of trauma, and also looking at the impact of how it affects treatment.
The clinical challenges associated with implementing an evidence-based practice such as trauma-informed care is the ability to implement it on a consistent basis across the entire organization. So the TenEleven Treatment Wizard is an evidence-based practice software automation tool.
It helps us to be able to have the conversation. It helps us to sort of guide them into different evidence-based interventions.
We have the ability to take the workflow from an evidence-based practice, distill it down to decision trees and forms and rules that we then automate in this software tool.
If I start the Trauma Wizard in my program and I need to make a referral to another program, those forms get copied over. We can share that in real time. So there's no lag. And I can also, on the scheduler within the EHR system, I can make an appointment right there and then. And I can see whether or not that client makes the appointment.
We have the ability to be able to, in this system, to be able to show what can outcomes really look like. The reporting system then goes and grabs that information, pulls it out, and makes a visualization for the executive to say, here's the trend of the information. I can actually see that I'm doing a good job.
I always say information drives decision. And so I do believe with the information that we're getting and will get even as we go further, that we will see more and more data that drives the decision in terms of how we even restructure our organization.
If you don't look at the data in your business and understand what's happening in your business, you're flying blind.
I think that's also sort of take TenEleven to the next level, and the conversation and the partnership is just really awesome.
What ultimately separates TenEleven from the competition is the fact that we think through what the customer's business process is. We go into every engagement with a customer and we understand before we even look at software.
They really bought into what we're doing because it really makes a difference, because you can have vendors out there that will just give you a product because that's what you want, but I think they're vested and I think that's what's important.